Sequencing emotion in a delicate formation. Numerology's wisdom is a language of vibration. Welcome to the Numerology Hour. Host Kelly Brickle is a numerologist, psychic medium, and teacher. Her passions are learning about the soul and energy. Whether it's working with spirit, emotion, or vibrational numbers, precision and heart always enters the equation. Now, here is your host of the Numerology Hour, Kelly Brickle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Numerology Hour. I'm Kelly Brickle. Hello, and we're going to be going into some numerology discussion, readings, and questions about numbers. So if you have like certain numbers you've been seeing or certain patterns that have been popping up again with that numerical vibration, just share them and we go over them. Every number means something. Every sequence has a certain energy in it, a certain code. And numerology is the study of numbers. So you look at single numbers and you look at group numbers and you look at repeating numbers, and it gets pretty fascinating with that. And that's how people read charts, and that's how you know about what's going on with somebody's life. And so there's world numerology, and also there is personal numerology and couples numerology and even business numerology. It's very fascinating. It really, really is. You can do so much with just understanding how numbers pair and work together and if they're harmonious or not. Okay? It's as simple as that. Okay, so hello, everybody. Hello. I want to say to the individuals coming on in, hello, Jen. Hello, Anne from Maryland. I appreciate that. I love knowing where people are from around the world. I'm from California. So hello. Hello, Jess. Hello, Allison. Hello, Shelly. Chicago's great. I'm originally from the Chicago area, the northwest suburbs. So hello, shout out. Hello, Pat from New Jersey. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Hello, Jenny. Okay, cool. And then hello to everyone else coming on in. Let's dive into it. If you have any number questions off the bat or want to know about numerology, please type them down and I take them as we go. And also, I'm going to be reading your numbers. Okay, so numerology looks at your name and your numbers, but for a show like this, we do like quicker readings. And so I will look at your month and your day. And we try to keep it all safe in here. So I'm going to look at your month and day today. I can get so much from just those two numbers. Of course, I work with other numbers as a numerologist, but I can get more than my fair share. So if you'd like a reading in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to be doing them. And please pop down your month and your day. And please let me know what your month is, like type it out, because in the UK and the United States, we flip our numbers. So I have to make sure I know which is your month and which is your day. So like type out the word May, like MAY, or like February, FEB. Okay. And that will help me understand. Like I just have to make sure it's written out, and it will help me understand that. Okay. And of course, if you have like a 20 in your month, I'm gonna know which is which. I'm gonna be like, there's no 20 month, there's a 20 day, right? But I will have to double check with that. Okay, everybody. So when I go to you as well, please let me know if you want a general reading or if you're looking for something specific as well. Okay, so that will help me know how to tune into you. And again, let's kind of open up the space. So I always take like kind of number questions first, if there's any. So people are asking about, I love it. So, and again, hello, Keith. Shout out to Keith. Hey, Keith. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Gabby. Hey, Gabby. Hello, everyone coming on in. Let's see here. So a number question. Hello, Kathleen. I keep seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. What does that mean for me? Okay. So I love this question because this is one of my favorite sequences. And 1, 2, 3, 4 is very open energy. It means things are going, things are, open, things are going without you having to try much. The energy is just boom, 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 A, B, C, D, E. And that's a very auspicious and harmonious sequence because it's basically saying, even though you're hoping it will go well, the energy is already there. Everything's being moved along very, very nicely. So when I see that, I know that I relax and I go, whew, okay, everything's going to get done. No surprises. It's going to go. I have to stop worrying, or I know everything's on track. So Shelly, that's a very, very good one when you see that. Things will get done. And when people have 1, 2, 3, 4s in their charts, or 1, 2, 3, usually they don't have as many conflicts sometimes as other people in life because their energy is very complementary in supporting things to get done. So it's very fascinating. It really is. All right. Keith, and again, I take some number questions before I get into readings. That's why I'm doing this for a second. Keith, I have it to say. I'm gonna guess. I have it to say. I have to say maybe. I've been seeing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 1, 1, 1. And that is great. Anytime we see repeating numbers, it lets us know we're in sync because the universe is made of patterns. So if we're catching patterns that have an undeniable, like boom, 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 like all those 2s and all those 1s clustered together without coincidence, they're gathered, that means that your awareness is open and that a change is coming. And the messages of the 222 is really getting in touch with your emotions and becoming responsible for what you want to achieve and how you want to help others, and getting mastery of your emotions to do that. That's the 222. And then the 111 are opportunities are opening. Walk through the door, and you might not know what they are, but walk through that door. New energy, opening energy. Okay. All right. So I think Jesse's talking about even seeing the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's a very good sequence. Like the 111, that's an amazing sequence too, but it's like you don't know what's gonna happen, new beginnings, you're fresh, you're wide-eyed, you're curious, like something's definitely going to change and things are going to transform your life. So it's a fun one. It's a great one. Again, very auspicious, but the 1, 2, 3, 4 is very reliable. No surprises. Things get done. It's actually a very nice one. It's not as boomy. It's not as booming as the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, but oh gosh, is it nice. Jenny, you're saying I see 2, 2, 2 a lot. Yeah, so clusters, you're gonna have that 2 vibration, and that's about softness and sensitivity and being in touch with your emotions and your feelings. But since you have 4 2s rather than 3 2s, because we have to add it up in numerology, that is letting you get in touch with hard truths, feeling the feelings and getting in touch with hard truths, and working on your body and your health. and really understanding that you can't push things the same way, and that your body, just like, your soul and your emotions and your mind, it's in a very different place than it was 20 years ago. And so you have to do things in according that are going to help you for where you are now. And it's not just about comfort, it's hard truths, but it is elevated healing, elevated understanding, and balance, mastery, and control. So that's for you, Jenny. And then let's go into some readings. Well, people are popping down some numbers. Yep. Okay. So Corey, if you're seeing that more, that would, what I just said, with Jenny, that would go. And so if you're seeing it repeatedly, it really applies to you. If you're seeing it once that night and you get like a strong feeling, it is a message for you. Absolutely. With something that you're working on and coming into knowing. David, 33, a lot, like all the time. 33 is a very beautiful number. It's a number that has a lot of understanding about people and how you want to show up for people. It's basically saying, how do I want to help people and raise their vibration and raise my own? Because things have to be in, like, I'm going to say enlightened, but I'm going to say things have to be like better, happier. Things have to be jovial. Let's uplift, let's change, let's help. So it's an invitation to open the heart and actually like go out into the world and help improve people's lives for the better. But in that journey, you'll find your own light and sense of responsibility and happiness too. So it's an invitation to become a healer, but you have to be around people. It's a very social, it's a very involved number. So David, that's your message. If you're seeing that all the time, it's time to open your heart and it's time to help and serve. The 33 is a huge opening of the heart, serving number. Okay. All right, let's go into some chart readings. So everybody who's open, pop them down, pop your month and your day down. Let's see here. I'm going to go where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to seashells. Seashells. Okay, seashells, are you still here? Seashells, are you still here? Let me know if you're here, seashells. Seashells, are you okay? Awesome. Thank you. Just making sure I have your birth date. Saying yes. Okay. Just scrolling up. I should have wrote it down. Because I'm being careful with the years. I'm just being cognizant. Okay, I got it. All right. So seashells, do you want a general or a specific question? I'm just going to go into general, but if you have a specific question, please type it down, or I'll just stay on general. Okay. And so seashells, what's coming up like within your energy is like your general. Okay. Thank you. And then life. I just want to do one more thing. Okay. And then, yep. Okay. So this was a very transformative year for you because you're in a cycle of one. So this has been a year full of ups and downs, like truly, but in a very positive and a very opening of self way. Anytime you are in a cycle of one, you're going to have an invitation to grow and you're going to be motivated and you're going to feel like it's almost like second chance energy. Like, okay, all right, I'll tackle this. I have the energy again. So keep embracing that and keep working with that because it's a true blessing. So it's just the acknowledgement of that energy. You're a very sensitive person. Okay. And hello, everyone coming on in. I just want to, people are saying hello, so I appreciate it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sylvie. Hello. And gosh, all the other names. but as I'm reading with seashells, there's an enormous sensitivity. And so you know people like with their intentions, you know people like if you should trust them. And even if you've had discrepancies, you're like, oh, I saw that coming. I kind of saw that coming. Okay. So like please continue to acknowledge how sensitive and psychic you are because you know people's emotions. You can feel people's emotions. And even like to validate that, sometimes you get exhausted by people in general because you feel them so intensely. So, anytime someone's very sensitive and very overwhelmed by feeling, and they're not sure what to do with it, I always say, like, that's a gift. You just have to learn how to master it and work with it. So continue to like study, find teachers, learn, meditate, talk to your guides, talk to spirit, and really hone that in because you have a lot of it. So that's something that comes on up. You said, I'm also gifted. However, I already be knowing. LOL. Yes, but we have to work with those sensitivities. We're all, you know what I mean? Like I'm gifted, you're gifted, but there's times where we go, whoa, there's a lot here. So I better work with that. Okay. That's the message. Like, whoa, it's a little too much. I got to work with that. Okay. And you said, so true. I'm wintering right now. Place of calm. I love that you're wintering. You're saying a lot has happened. It feels like as long as I keep my humor, I won't lose my mind. LOL. Well, it might feel like that because so much is changing. Okay, but it's like right on time because you needed something to like wake you up again. And it's a reminder that it's uncomfortable to do the work, but the work is what makes us alive. Okay, so this is like an acknowledgement to feeling alive, feeling of purpose, and feeling like you're doing the right thing. Sometimes the right thing to do, just like with other people and just like with ourselves, is hard. Okay, but it's like you're on the right track. You're on the right track. I keep like getting that. Even though it's difficult, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. Okay, so this is also something that comes into play, the energy that I want to like talk about. So like people respond really like well to you, and it's kind of just like showing up with optimism again. Okay, showing up in the world with optimism again because people actually gravitate to you in a way where you can make things happen. It's just like you have to be ready to want to deal with them and you have to be ready to want to again take on everything again. And it's like, again, you said the wintering, I'm in the calming, I'm in the wintering, and it's like keep going. It's okay if it's slow, just keep going. Whatever you do, you need to make sure you're traveling, even if it's like for free, even if it's an hour down the road. You have to make sure you're exploring and getting out in life because that's what gets you back your fuel. As long as you're not overdoing things, not like staying up late, not burning that candle on both ends, and you're adventuring, that's like the perfect mix for your energy. It's like you're a sensitive adventurer, okay? And you need limits with how you take care of yourself, but you need to explore or you get bored and burnt out and uninspired and you don't feel like a lot of things are worth it when in life a lot of things are worth it. The world's an incredible place, a lot of wonderful things to experience and people to see. So it's like reigniting your fire. Okay. Like you have to get out there and reignite your fire, and a lot will be easier. Okay. So that's something don't try to do it all by yourself. You can, how can I put it? You can isolate to feel calm. You can isolate sometimes to recharge. That's going to be needed for you. That you have to go out into the world because the world truly inspires you and gets you charged up. And so that's what I want to give to you. And you're saying, yes, so true. I have a child with disability, so it's difficult to move around as much, especially now. But I also educate. Again, whatever you can do, like if you're an hour down the road, 30 minutes down the road, there's so many adventures and surprises all around us that are not explored, a park, a restaurant, a shop. There's always shops opening. People are always creating. So it's like, I just continue for the enthusiasm of life, because I know people who, this is the last thing I'll say, I know people that don't venture very far from where they live. Like, they don't go beyond like a 2-hour radius, and that's their life, but they're always outside. They're always doing something in their neighborhood. They're always doing something down the street. They're always, doing something or going to like a gathering or a show. And again, it might be 40 minutes down the road. So get out there and explore, because again, we need your energy. We need your energy like that. And then you'll be like, okay, I think I have what I need to tackle. The next thing. Okay. You're saying, I'm going to get out tomorrow. I just need to be part of this world more. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Some of us need to be part of the world more, and others need to, I guess, be hermits. But we're all a little hermetic, but with the numbers, certain numbers really support that, and other numbers are like, whoa, no, you need to get out in order to be happy. Okay. And so I'm just reminding you. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone coming on in. Hello, Arlene. Hello, Cheyenne. Hello, let's see, Cindy, Roseanne. I want to shout out to everyone coming on in. Courtney, hello. Let's see. David, hello. Jesse, hello. Sarah, Rosa, Barbara. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to Barbara. I'm gonna go to Barbara. Let's see. But hello, everyone coming on in. And thank you, Arlene. I appreciate it. Arlene's given some love. I appreciate it. Absolutely, seashells. Absolutely. Thank you. Peace to you too. I'm definitely a hermit. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a hermit too. I'm a surprising hermit. I actually get out there every once in a while, but some charts really support people being hermits because they have to think, and they have to peruse, and they have to really go inward in order to recharge and feel like themselves. And some charts need to go outward to feel like themselves and taste the rainbow. Okay. So Barbara, are you still in here? Barbara, are you in here? Barbara. And that is going to be Barbara. Let's see, where is your name? Barbara Horning Lagana, excuse me. Barbara Lagana. If you are here, I just saw you a moment ago. So you got to let me know if you're here. If not, I'm going to pop to somebody else. Barbara, are you here? Okay, so Barbara, if you come back, let me know. I'm gonna go to Arlene for a second. All right, let's see here. So December 15th. Got the attitude 9, personal day 6. And then you're in a cycle of 8. And then you're going to be in a 2-month. Okay. So just off the top. So Arlene, this month is going to be very emotional. And I always like to give people heads up. I'll go to you. I'll go back to you in a moment, Barbara. Thank you for saying you're still here. I appreciate it. So every month there's a different theme for us. Every year there's a different theme for us. Okay. So it's very fascinating. We have all these cycles. And so in December, you are in a 2 vibration. And the 2 is so watery and emotional that you're going to find yourself being like very self-reflective, like you can't help it because your feelings are intense. So you might find yourself being more angry or sad, or again, very like compassionate. It's just kind of like an overwhelming wateriness. So I want to validate that as it comes up throughout the month, and know the way to do it is to journal and meditate and clear, because 2 is all about self-love and self-care and emotional awareness. So if you embrace that, the emotions will calm down. So take some time, and I feel like this is really important. I feel like you need this anyway, but it's going to get like really intense if you don't do it. But like take time to, it's like sit in your closet or sit in like this. I just be in a room that's isolated or quiet. I don't know. I'm thinking about your closet, but like sit in a room in your house that doesn't have anything going else on in it, and turn off the lights, or put, like I say, shades over the window or curtains over the window, and just sit in the room and close your eyes and go and get reconnected. Like I need to slow down and deep breath. I don't do that enough. I know that I need to do it, but I need to slow down and like just sit cross-legged and go, okay? And that will let you get everything together, dot your T's, cross your I's, for what you're doing with like your family and what you're doing within your job. Because I feel like right now I'm getting overwhelmed with family, and I'm really grateful and my heart is happy, but I just feel overwhelmed. And because of this, I feel like um, whether or not you already have this, I wouldn't be surprised if you already have this with someone like in your family, or someone who's like a family member. So if someone who's like a really close family member, like a like family. But if you don't already have this, I feel like it's coming in. I just see like the number 3 flanking you. So you could be one of 3, and then you have 2 like flanking you on each side. But I feel like you're gonna have like assistants, like not just helpers, but assistants, where people are actually checking in with you every week and helping you with family stuff as well as business stuff, because you can't do this alone. I just feel incredibly overwhelmed. Okay. Yeah. You're like, absolutely. Let me make sure I'm clicking on what you're saying too. I appreciate that. So, there is needs to have assistance. And I just feel like 2 people are flanking you right now, getting ready to have that happen. And then you'll actually have more as that comes in. You'll actually have more people assisting, more like a group of people helping you with like various tiers of responsibilities. But please encourage the help and allow these people to come on in. And at first, you could have them be people you really trust, because I feel like you have a hard time like trusting people to come in, because you want to really protect the vision, really protect the dream, and you're very protective of your family too. So it's like you're very specific of who you let in. Okay. You said, wow, that makes me feel better. I keep praying for help. You'll get it. You'll get it. But I just feel, again, you're very like specific, and the right fit hasn't come. And that's why, right? So don't overthink it, and allow people to show up. And if it doesn't work out, just say, like, hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it. And you're going to learn about energy, and you're going to learn about people, and you're going to learn about who's the right fit. So, I feel like, again, this is like coming in. It's like kind of open your heart with the people that are coming to you, and don't be afraid to let them go. Like make it very non-committal at first. Be like, come on over. Let's see if it works with your schedule. Okay, here's the vibe. Hey, thanks so much. Like, I'm still getting my feet wet with this, or I'm looking for people in these days. And you'll like just switch people out. You'll just switch people out. So it won't be like people are taking a hit, or all of a sudden there's bad blood, or all of a sudden things are entangled and you're like, how do I get out of this? So I feel like you can invite that in, but I do feel like there's two people within your family, or there's a friend who's like a family member that comes on. So there's these two people that protect you and start to oversee of how you're going to handle this. And I feel like February is a really important month where a lot of these things start getting looked at on a deeper level. Okay. You're like, absolutely the right person for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you're very specific. Letting go of something. So many people now will just, it's like the message with that is like, just continue to make it like very easy rather than going so deep with it. When the right people come in, then you can go deeper, 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 deeper. And you can be like, I'm so grateful for you. And you can enmesh them almost into the family or become a friend with them. But before that, it's kind of like, hey, just trying it out and goodbye. And it will release the stress and the overwhelmingness. I just feel like that's important to share. Okay, you're talking about February, makes sense. Absolutely. Anything about stabilizing? June is a really important month for stabilizing. Let me just kind of look. Oh, yeah. June is an important month, not before then. Okay, it's going to be a little crazy in May, but June is it's a really good stabilizing month. Yeah, and then going into July. And August will really be a testament to everything that you're working on. Either you're like, we have to change this in order for this to work, or wow, what we did is really working. So August is going to let you know a lot about your business for next year. And just, how can I put this? Next year is going to be better. It's going to be better than this year. And to kind of validate some of those feelings. So let me just make sure I have this right. I'm just making sure I have this right. Okay, yeah, that'd be right. So, like, if you can understand September of this year, so September of this year, 2024, was a very difficult month for you. Like, it felt like things weren't going as they needed to. And it was kind of like, I don't have what I need, and I'm not sure. I know what I want to do. I see the vision, but a lot of this is crumbling around me. And I'm very frustrated. I'm very frustrated. If you can understand this. So I don't know if you can validate kind of what happened in September, but, or around that time, but next year, you're not going to feel like that. Okay. So I'm trying to validate kind of the harshness around September. And you said, yes, September was a big, scary month for sure. Okay, cool. You're not going to have to deal with that big scariness next year. Okay. A lot of things are smoother. You're not out of the gate yet. You're not out of there's a saying, you're not out of the forest yet. You're not. But it's going to be much more easier than last year. Please know that things are still getting wrapped up and you're still learning about the identity of the business and identity of how you're fitting this all into your life. So there's going to be major changes, but they're not going to be as existentially and psychologically as intense. It's going to be, you're so busy that you're going to be juggling and you're just going to figure it out. And you're like, woof, we're on our way. This is not easy though. But I feel like here I am. All right. So it's almost like the energy is going to carry you for next year, even though you're still figuring out a lot. The energy is going to carry you and it's not going to have as much uncertainty. Okay. Just when you think there might be uncertainty, the energy will pick up again. So I just want to give that to you. Next year, much better. Keep going. You're still figuring things out. There's still going to be a lot of changes. Just keep going. Just keep going. And you're going to have to ask a lot of people that come to you. But as long as you don't take it so seriously as they come to you, and you're very open-minded and know that this is like a building process, things will actually be okay. And like this is the last thing I'm going to say, because this is the most important thing I keep factoring back to. Like, again, keep it very lighthearted, because then it won't be hard on you. It won't be hard on them. And you won't have strained relationships. Just, does this work out? No, this doesn't work out. So you're going to be going through a lot of people next year. Okay? Make it easy. Make it lighthearted. It's very possible. Okay, cool. Thank you for much for insight. I've been in crazy shifts. I've been keeping the faith. Keep going. You got this. Keep going. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I'm going to go to Keith. Keith says, absolutely. Thank you, Arlene. Keith, June 21st. Okay, we have another attitude 9. Awesome. What does the next 3 months look like? I feel like moving. Okay. So the next months for you, Keith, are, let's see here. You're in a 2 right now. So you're very emotional too as well. So what I said for Arlene actually does apply for you, with like, it's time to do a lot of purging, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of feeling through where you want to go and what that means to you, and how that has supported your life prior, like making decisions. How has that supported you up until this point, and what needs to change, and the person and the man you want to be, and to get really, really acquainted with the anxiety or the uncertainty or the confidence. So that comes up. And then let's see, for next year. So the next 2 months, again, they're very like they're it's all very emotional months, actually. Like, you're sandwiched between 2 2s, Keith, but you also have a 1. So this is about transforming through emotions, but repeating like certain cycles for yourself in order to then go, I'm breaking free. I'm breaking free now. With moving and everything, a better month would be so it would be March months. March through May are better months for looking for houses, because once March hits, you're kind of in this social energy and this uplifting energy to go look with like a realtor or word of mouth as there's a new property around. Okay, so the energy is moving, and then you have the April and May, and your April and May numbers are really conducive to finding a house and getting that energy really either stabilized, like you're finding stuff, boom, you're gone, away you go, or I have what I need now, and now the ball's rolling, right? And I'm confident that the process is happening. So the April and May is what's truly needed for the energy for actually moving. But I don't see the energy picking up until like around March for what you're looking to do. So it's a lot of getting yourself ready. Okay. Like we have these goals, and sometimes we're like, and I'm going to go get this. And you go, okay, I got to do A, B, and C first. So you have to do A, B, and C first, and then you can go and move and take that next big step out. So that's what I'm seeing. And you're like, breaking free, so much sense. Yeah. So December through February is a lot of breaking free, breaking chains, breaking cycles, getting strong, getting confident, getting very realistic and grounded of what that looks like for yourself, and how you're stepping into your power. And you have to like really, really face the music and look in the mirror and go, this is who I am, and I have to make sure that it's not holding me back. You're saying so much up and down. Yeah. And you're going to address that. You're addressing that now because you're in the 2 month, and you'll continue to address that all the way into February. So this is a massive, enormous shift. You're also going into a 9-year, Keith, next year. And so that is all about shedding the old. Like it's all about ego death. It's about resurrecting, I guess. I'll say the word resurrecting, I guess, problems of the past in a way where you understand they're different now. So it could be closing the chapter with friends, family, but this is all about like karmic, really close relationships. So you go, I'm in a different place now. So the rules don't apply to me the same way. I'm in a different place now. So now I feel like I don't have to be chained down because I'm a new Keith. Okay. And so you're going to feel that start to hit again when the new year comes. And it's going to pick up speed the more the year builds. Okay. But the 9 makes things go really fast and kind of just happen. Okay. So the 9 is a really nice clearing out year. I can see the whole house situation happening either this year or next year. Next year is going to give you the energy that you need to go out and be fresh and new. This year could still give you that, but it's going to be a lot of rectifying, releasing, and then April and March, and then going forward into the year, you're going to kind of make that more reality. So do the work. The more you do the work, the faster this all comes. The faster this all comes. And I feel like you have a really good chance to go somewhere and find a new home in 2025. It might happen in 2026, but I feel like you have a really good shot at it. So let's see, August is another really good month for you too, for signing a contract or getting things more stabilized. So the energy is going to pick up like I said it was, but I wouldn't be surprised if you have a major shift or even have a home or an apartment or some type of property contract signed around August. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. So there's something about that, but we're looking at this year, next year for this shift for sure. Okay. So that's what comes up. Cut those cords. Lots of work to do. You got this. Go out and strengthen. And keep saving. All right. Keep saving so when it comes up, you can't help but just jump on it. All right. Let's see. So Barbara, are you still here? I wanted to go to Keith. Barbara, are you still here? I'm going to go to Jesse. Jesse, do you have a question or general? Barbara, are you still here too? I'm making sure because I was going to go back to you and then I just like went, Vroom. So I'm going to do Jesse and then Barbara, if you're here, let me know. Calling Barbara. All right. So Jesse, do you want to do a general? And this is for Jesse Del Rey and Jesse Dolan. You can put down your information too because there's more than one Jesse. I think there's like 3 Jessies in the house that I actually saw. So I'm going to go Jesse Del Rey first, and then I'll go to Jesse Dolan. Thank you for stopping in, David. Thank you, everybody. Just general, I wanted to see what I could look forward to in 2025. Okay. Your numbers, let me go. Where are your numbers? Okay. Oh, I have it. I have it highlighted, of course. There's a lot of places to look. Sometimes I go, where am I? All right. So you are in 3, year, and then you're going to be going into a 4-year. That's good. Okay. So that's good. That's good. Anytime we have a certain number, like an attitude number or a life path number that matches our cycle, and you have that, Jesse, for next year, it means there's tremendous growth, and there's like a feeling of comfortability within our growth, where we go, I got this, and I'm stepping up to the plate, and this feels good. I feel strong. So I always like to see that in people's charts. And you said you wanted to look forward in 2025. So in 2025, you have the 4. And yeah. Everyone is in there. Wow. Okay. In 2025, you have the 4. And so this is going to be a year of actually learning for you. So this will indicate schooling or taking courses or getting a certification or changing something within your business that you're already a part of, and saying, I need to go this way, and I'm taking responsibility for that knowledge. So 4 is a number of the home, and it's also the number of knowledge and application. Okay, so there has to be some type of growth with knowing what you have to do to be that next part of stable within yourself. That's what comes up very strongly for next year. The 4 also deals with the home, so this will actually spark up you wanting to actually move, or a complete revamp of your bedroom if you're happy where you are, or if those are your options. Okay, so there are next year, and so 2025 and 26, there are invitations for you to move and to expand and to do something different. But you have to entertain that energy, and you have to grow that energy, and you have to nurture that energy. And the 4 can really get you curious and your energy moving for you to be in a space where you're like, I'm ready to grow. I don't know where it's going to come from. I'm just going to show up and do the work. And then boom, the universe is going to provide. But it's basically all about being 4 is practical and acquiring the tools so you can do what you want to do. It's basically like, sometimes I don't know how it's going to end, but I'm going to plan for all the preliminaries, so I can get going when the opportunity shows up. And you're saying that definitely makes sense. This is going to take, again, a lot of planning and consistency. And so you're going to come into a new responsibility within yourself, and a new, how can I put it? Either you have to be unconventional and go and work hard and get what you need to get, or you have to like buckle up and know that you have to take a job. Maybe that wouldn't be your first choice, but that's what you need to get where you're going. So it's basically like you have to, there's a fork in the road coming up next year, and you're actually willing to take it, but you have to do the hard work. You have to show up, and you have to say, this is the direction my life is going, and I'm going to start putting my energy into that lane. Okay. So this is not a dreaming year. This is a doing year coming up. And it's about making choices and sticking to those choices and growing through those choices and being out in the real world. Okay. Again, I'm going to say it again. This is not like a dreamer year. This is not a creation year. This is not I'm going to live my best life year. This is, I'm going and I'm shoveling the dirt, but I'm really excited, and I feel empowered, and I feel sharp, and I feel like I'm changing, and I feel like I'm polishing my diamond. So it's going to feel really, really good. You have to get in the dirt though. And if you're not in the dirt, you're going to have anxiety, and you're going to shy away from even getting started. This is about getting your hands dirty, going in the dirt, and you're going to love it, and you're going to surprise yourself. And it's actually going to be really, really positive. It's just before you get in it might seem negative. Like, I didn't choose this. I didn't want this. Oh my God, do I, and you might back out, or you might think of backing out, but it's like, no, get yourself in the mix, and it's going to be one of the most spiritual things you ever do. And you're going to find yourself on a way deeper level. You have to get out there and get your hands dirty. And I'm going to keep saying it's going to feel really good, unexpectedly good. It's going to be very unexpectedly positive. It's not like, oh, this was a hard year, hard work. It's going to be like hard work, but for whatever reason, it's going to feel easy after you get kind of dirty at first and be like, wow, okay. This is opening up now. This opportunity this year. Okay. I didn't think my spirituality was going to come through these doors. I didn't feel like things were going to get easier by taking this, unexpected turn or this ridiculous thing I felt like I should do. So the universe wants to surprise you, and it's going to play a game. And it's a very, very good year as long as you play the game and allow yourself to be uncomfortable, because very quickly you will not be uncomfortable. Shocker. Surprise. Slam dunk. All right. So this is what's coming up for you. I've been getting so much opportunities on doing readings and taking more classes. I encourage you to do that because this is a year. So it makes sense that you'd get opportunities because, again, how can I put it? This year for you is all about growing your network, growing your community, having opportunities like, hey, I could do this, I could do that, I could do that. How do I see myself? And the 4 is then go acquiring so you can be that. And so 4 is all about taking classes, getting certifications, doing it. So I encourage you to do it and see where it goes. And I just feel like while you're getting into the reading world, you're going to have to get into some other worlds and everything will stabilize. So it's a mixture of the practical world, but it's also the esoteric. Like the practical world will help continue to open up the esoteric. Like it's going to give you fodder and inspiration for what next you will do within your spiritual work. Because people are crazy. And if you're out in the real world, man, do you have spiritual inspiration for days. Like, woo, I have to work on this and they have to work on that. It's just for days. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. You're saying yes. And you're like, yes, I need that experience. Yeah. So the spirit world, with what I'm getting, they do want to work with you on a creative, spiritual level, but they actually want you to get your feet wet and your hands dirty on a practical level because it's going to catapult how you're going to fulfill people's spiritual needs. It's going to catapult how you can relate to yourself and other people's self with what they're dealing with in the world with their spirituality. You need the other side of the coin. All right. So have a great day, Keith. Thank you. Well, let's see. Jessie, the other Jessie. Jessie, the other Jessie. Jessie Dolan. Are you still here, Jessie Dolan? Okay, yes, Jessie Dolan. Can you put down your month and your day, please, Jessie Dolan? General life. Yes. So I'm doing numerology readings, so I just need your month and your day of your birthday. Absolutely, King. Thank you to the other Jessie. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jessie Dolan. We got 2 Jessies in the house. Okay. So, got it. So, Jessie, you're asking for a general. Cool. So you're a double 8, and then you are in a 7-year. So Jessie Dolan, this is for you, Jessie Dolan. This is an acknowledgement of this year has required you to slow down a lot. Okay, so a quiet year, a more contemplative year. Know that you needed that in order to recharge and to get really serious with what the next steps are. You're a perfectionist. You're somebody who's very particular with what they want and what they're going after. And the time that's needed to have the lofty goals or excellence or to really be who you want to be, that all comes from slowing things down and getting down to the bare bones and the bare foundations and saying, where do I need to change things and where do I need to continue to grow things? Okay. So it's like looking at, having a long, hard look at everything and saying, this is what I need to do to grow and to be myself truly. And eliminating everything that does not support that. So eights they're very, like, how can I put this? When people have a lot of eights in their chart, and so you have a double eight with the numbers that you're giving me, you have a double eight. It requires for a lot of harsh realities at times and saying, I'm the common denominator of why this is not working out. And so you have to get more disciplined. And it's not about just being hard on yourself, like harsher on yourself. It's about like having more self-care so you actually can have the energy and can have the clarity and can have the sharpness to then handle what you need to handle. Like, that requires taking care of your body and your mind and your soul in order to expand rather than being hard on yourself and saying, I don't have what I need. What am I doing? I better do this now. I better fix that. And then all that stress and frustration, it just reignites the process where things are very scattered and difficult to manage sometimes. And then you're like, I have a hard time knowing myself. In order to know yourself, you have to slow things down and you have to go within. And why I'm saying you have to go within and slow things down is when you don't have sensory stimuli around you and you're meditating or you're journaling and you're going within, you don't have the distractions of the world. You don't have the distractions of what people are telling you you need to be. You don't have distractions of what you think you need to be. And you go in and you write and you feel and you go, this is what's coming up. And you get acquainted with that stuff. And that's the stuff that you really have to look at that's not dealt with from the past, that you wrestle with or conflicted with. That's how you know yourself. And sometimes if we have trouble holding space for ourselves, sometimes we'll go and join something online or be a part of a group where everyone is in that energy. Everyone's isolated in their own space, but everyone has come collectively to go within. Like maybe a yoga class, like people meditate while they're moving in a yoga class, but it's something where they can be in touch with themselves, their body, or their mind, or their soul. So the 8 is always about doing the hard work and knowing the truths of the self to discover mastery of oneself. And we can't master ourselves if we don't know ourselves. We don't even know where to start then. But once we have mastery of ourselves, then we can master the decisions that we make. And we can make very congruent and consistent decisions because we know our energies, we know our wants, we know our desires, we know our distractions, we know our limitations. And that all comes from going within, not being harder on ourselves. Okay? You might, you might need that. You're asking about a certain type of counseling. You might need that. It's not one door to open in order to fix our problems, but I would go through that door if you have been thinking about that door and see what that looks like, because you have to go within, and I encourage you to have someone guide you if you're not sure how to work through that process, and to continue to trial and error to understand what happens next. And so that's where I'm going to kind of like leave off with the reading a little bit. Next year, it's going to be an intense year, but it's going to be a very good year. As long as you keep showing up for yourself, knowing that things need to change and you're willing to do the work, next year is going to be an incredibly transformative year. This year has been frustrating, and you might have banged your head against the wall and felt like, why is why is everything so slow? Why, the money, the opportunities, the projects, everything, it's like nothing can get off the ground. Why is it so slow? And it's because you have to go within in order to then catapult what's outside. So that's where a lot of the stuck energy is, and the open and the wealth and the vitality and the health all gets kind of recirculated next year, but you have to do the work. That's what's coming up. Okay. Thank you for understanding. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Thank you, Jesse. You have a nice day too. Thank you. So with that said, everybody, thank you for coming in today and being a part of the Numerology Hour. I really appreciate it. Numbers are incredible archetypal indicators of information and what we are experiencing, as well as who we are. I will be back for the Numerology Hour or doing psychic readings for next Wednesday as well. So you will see me then, and I will be around for Friday, but I'm not sure what kind of show that will be. It might be an interview show, or it might be a reading show. Either way, you'll see me again for readings, and please stop by. Please, in the meantime, visit Kelly Brickle or Sacred Spiral Network. That's the network that I own, and I also have other shows with other people who talk about spirituality and share their gifts and their hearts as well. So please check out Facebook and YouTube, and please support if you find that it resonates with you. Thank you again, and I will see you next week. Take care. Go with love, light, luck, and don't forget to live, everybody. Bye.